Hey, how you doing? Doberman Dan here. Hey, I've got something from one of my inside contacts I wanted to share with you real quick. This is a letter he received from Frank Kern, and he received it in the mail, the good old-fashioned U.S. Postal Service mail. Uh, uh, the scuttlebutt has it that old internet marketing guru Frank Kern is actually turning from his internet marketing guru gig and focusing on offline marketing and actually setting up projects to help uh, regular old brick and mortar businesses with their marketing and a few other projects he's working on. Again, that's just the gossip, but I have it on good authority. In Internet marketing guru Frank Kern is focusing much of his marketing on offline stuff. And here's an example one. This is a dollar bill that Frank Kern sent to a select group of his customers, and we're going to go through it real fast. Um, I have a feeling that I don't know Frank Kern personally, but I just have a gut feeling that I think he wrote this letter himself. If he didn't, the copywriter he hired really nailed his voice and got it right. Um, but I thought this letter was brilliant, and I also have some inside knowledge about his results. So let's go through it real fast. I don't the need for the headline. I do not understand that because a dollar bill was attached to it. The dollar bill on a dollar bill letter is your headline. No need for a headline. So whatever, that's no big deal. Just pointing out a few things that stuck out. Interesting opening. He didn't use the classic Halbert dollar bill opening. Uh, kind of improvised. Dear friend, yes, this looks like a classic gimmicky sales letter, complete with dollar bill attached to it. Yeah, I know there's a dollar bill stapled to the top and so forth. And I just put that there to get your attention. But even with that said, this is not a sales letter. In fact, it might actually lead to me giving you money. Um, Interesting because this market, you would assume that anybody in marketing has seen the dollar bill letter and it just wouldn't work on them. But believe it or not, with so many people being internet marketers, not many people have seen a dollar bill letter. Interesting side note. Most internet marketers I know very little about marketing, but the dollar bill letter is a classic technique. Halbert usually gets credit for it because he's the one who's really popularized it. But that's an old technique. It was actually first used by Robert Collier for a fundraising offer for a charity back in God knows when, the 20s maybe, or the 30s. But I think Frank was probably addressing the skepticism or what he assumed would be the skepticism of this market of receiving a dollar bill letter. I just recently sent one out and got a 12% response to it. And I was amazed at how many people who, have been in marketing like 10 years said that was the first dollar bill letter they ever got. Anywho, a couple little things I think he could have done to help the flow a little better and the transitions, but I won't get into that because I thought it was a darn good letter. Uh, some very revealing stuff about him personally that is actually uh, counter to the. I've always assumed this, and now this letter kind of confirms it. Counter to his laid back, lazy surfer image dude lifestyle, which that's just a persona that he puts on for the IM crowd, but I always knew that probably wasn't true. Uh, and this letter kind of confirms it. In my business, I do around $7 million a year in gross sales. Just last year, I was able to pay myself just a hair under $2 million in actual money I could squander on beer, crossed out, keep to support my family with. And despite what you might think, I had to work my ass off to do it. Again, The lazy surfer dude thing is just a persona. I've never met anybody who could make millions being a lazy guy. So I've always assumed Frank was a hard worker. Uh, let's go over that. I won't read the whole letter, but this part I found pretty interesting. First, I had to have a string of major product launches, plus I had to maintain my list of over 170,000 subscribers. Then I had to motivate my army of affiliates, and I had to deal with maintaining my very high-profile global brand. Being famous is very unnerving for me, by the way. Oh, I also have around $50,000 a month in expenses, mostly my staff. And as much as I love the team of people that cost me close to $50,000 a month, they're still a pain in the ass. And when you add all that up, I had to pay for my staff, my office, my affiliates, my gazillion-dollar video cameras, and all that other crap. My $7 million in gross revenue got cut down to only $1.9 million in actual beer and candy bars money I could spend for myself. Um, interesting facts there about Frank's business, and also leading up to why he's contacting you. That's the reason for his letter. He's partnered with this guy, Kevin, to work on a research project to find if this system will work for everybody else as well as it's working for them. And here's the offer. That's why I put together an offer you can't refuse. I'd like to offer you a one-hour, one-on-one strategy session where either Kevin or I will personally explain how this new system works and uncover how or if it can be implemented in your business. Then they go through what they normally charge for consulting, to build the value of this. And my friend who went through this said that the strategy session, actually did provide valuable content. Of course, it was a sales pitch. It was an upsell to a coaching program. Interesting point, whoever did the strategy session calls was a master salesperson and a master closer. And my buddy was all excited and bought a $10,000 coaching program. And then the next day he realized he had no idea what he bought. I didn't know any of the details about it, so he called somebody else he knew who went through the process and also bought the $10,000 coaching program. And that guy didn't know what he bought either. But they both knew they were excited, and definitely excited enough to cough up 10 grand in one fell swoop for this. So they actually called back and reconfirmed the details of their coaching program. But I found that pretty interesting. My evil scheme revealed. I'm pretty sure we've stumbled over, for lack of a better phrase, the next big thing. Okay. In fact, I believe that this new twist on marketing, positioning, and selling will completely revolutionize the way people in our community make money, instantly allowing you to get more customers, dramatically raise your prices with zero resistance, and to work less than ever before. And what he's talking about is the process we're looking at right now. The great internet marketing guru is doing offline marketing. And the grapevine tells me that it is just amazingly successful for him, and this letter was incredibly successful, even more so than some of the stuff he's done online recently. So offline marketing and direct mail, even the big internet marketing gurus are finally catching on. I predict that now you're going to see a lot of guys, and it's already starting to happen, a lot of internet marketing guys are now going to start selling and promoting offline stuff. Yes, the same stuff that I've been talking about since 1994. All of a sudden is brand new again, I guess. But anyway, check out the offer. Interesting offer. There's only a few conditions you need to be aware of. First, we can only offer 30 strategy sessions because we don't have enough time to do a zillion of them. So we're capping it at 30. Okay, there's a scarcity there. Second, the strategy session costs $97. Obviously, we're not getting rich off the $97. It's just to make sure you show up, and it's to keep any time wasters at bay. Okay, good strategy. They're not giving it away free. They're immediately weeding out all the looky-loos, tire kickers, and freebie seekers. Here's another takeaway. Third, this is not for everyone. Okay, so they go through some takeaway stuff here. Here it is. Here's who this is for, describing the prospect they're looking for. I guarantee you will make money as a result of this strategy session. They're talking about the $97 one that this letter is pitching. And interesting guarantee. They give two scenarios. Scenario number one, most likely to occur. You'll say, holy crap, this is amazing. I'm going to make a fortune. Or here's scenario number two, unlikely. You'll say, you know, man, this isn't as cool as I was hoping it would be. In the unlikely event that scenario number two occurs, I will send you $200 by PayPal as soon as you hang up the phone. Interesting offer there on the strategy session there that this letter is promoting for $97. An instant double your money back guarantee if you don't feel that there's any value there. And you better believe they got their A-list doing these phone calls, that's for sure. And that's what my friend said, who actually owns a call center himself. And he was really impressed with whoever did these phone calls. Anyway, the call to action, which I'm not in total agreement with, was the best approach. I think he could have got a bigger response if we would have done it differently, but he sent them to a website, and it's password protected, and you have to enter in a username and password. And you enter your information on that page, and then they call you to schedule your strategy session. Anyway, and the PS sums up the deal again. The $97 strategy session, double your money back guarantee. Again, the letter led to the strategy session for $97. On the strategy session, they were sold a $10,000 coaching program, and that was an in-person seminar teaching you some very interesting offline marketing tactics for selling high-dollar products or services. And this has been, again, just a rumor, but from a reliable and confidential informant, extremely successful for Frank Kern. So much so that, again, the rumor has it that he's focusing on doing this stuff now and not so much the online stuff. And you know, I'll tell you something else about Frank Kern. He is one heck of a smart marketer. Yes, highly criticized. A lot of people don't like a lot of his techniques, and a lot of people bash his products and bash him. But he is one smart dude, and he is one smart marketer, and you ought to watch what he does. And if this is something he's focusing on, Frank Kern knows something that you don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed sharing it with you. This is Dan from DobermanDan.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.